Good morning, I'm Brian Plaster with Signature Custom Homes. We're here today to talk about our energy efficient green home, high performance green home that we're building here in Las Vegas. It's a 4,475 square foot home with 2 stories. It'll have a 3-car garage and it also has 6 bedrooms. One of those bedrooms can be substituted as an office as well. It will have solar panels on the house. We're going to have tankless hot water heaters in the house as well. We have upgraded the insulation in the house. We've done a lot of new techniques that we've not done in the past, especially incorporating sealing every hole in the house so we don't have cold air being lost out of the house in the summertime or hot air being lost out of the house in the wintertime. We got a lot of stuff going on here. Basically what you're seeing throughout the walls of the house right now are our 2 different types of insulation that we put in the house. We have the blown-in cellulose, which is the gray color material, and then we have our standard fiberglass batt insulation that's a formaldehyde-free green product as well. It's got the Green Guard label on it. One of the things that you'll notice is that all the interior walls are insulated with the yellow insulation. All the exterior walls are insulated with the recycled newspaper insulation, which is a blown-in cellulose format. And if you come up here and actually look at the cellulose, when you get inside it, it's a very thick type material that's almost like cotton, but you can really tell there that it's you can even see little different colors from the recycled newspaper, and you can just kind of put it back in there, and it's blown in wet, and then it dries, and then they scrape it off, and then they recycle. Actually, during the process, they recycle what they scrape off and blow it back into another part of the house. For the R value, I believe we have at least R19 cellulose blown-in insulation on the walls because we have a 2x6 stud bay. On our cocoon insulation in those pillows you see up top, we actually have an R30 insulation. One thing that we did on this house that we've never done before is we actually increased the size of the top cord of the truss from a standard 2x4 to a 2x6, thereby allowing us an extra 2 inches to blow in additional insulation, increasing our R value from what was an R22 to an R30 just by increasing the size of the top cord of the truss. The windows we are using in the house are Anderson windows. They are the Anderson 100 series windows, and what's special about these particular windows is they are the most energy efficient windows out there in the marketplace right now, and they are formed, they're not a vinyl or a wood window, it's actually a polymer based window that they use polymers as well as recycled wood from the wood doors and windows that Anderson's building, and they make that into a polymer composite for the frames of the window. These windows right here are casement windows, and they are pretty easy to operate. You just open them right there. They're a crank out casement window. Let's see. That is the Anderson 100 series label. It's also an argon gas filled window, so you're getting that additional argon inside the window panes because it is a dual glazed low E application. That argon gas inside the window panes allows the window to be a little bit more energy efficient. It also has the Smart Sun glazing on it. Also protects it.
Hi, I'm Richard Zimmerman. Our organization is Sonoran LEED for Homes. I'm a USGBC LEED for Homes provider. USGBC stands for the U.S. Green Building Council. The USGBC is a nonprofit international organization. Our focus is to certify the house based on the LEED for Homes standard. LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. All the windows in the house have a solar heat gain coefficient, which is extremely important in our hot and dry climate of under 0.25. Our standard for LEED starts at 0.4, so these Anderson windows are extremely energy efficient.
It is very cool inside the house right now. It's May 22nd here in Las Vegas. It's about 95 degrees outside, and it's very comfortable inside the house. It feels about 75, maybe 76 degrees. Obviously, we have no air conditioning or anything else working in the house. It's really just a matter of insulating the house and protecting us against the elements, and the insulation is doing a great job keeping the temperatures very low inside the house. One thing that you'll notice throughout the house is you'll see quite a bit of detail in terms of the ceiling of the house. If you want to look right here between the windows here, if there's any sort of gapping in between any of the studs, we've filled that with a foam to try and stop any sort of air infiltration going from the outside of the house to the inside of the house. So in all of these stud bays throughout the house, we have sealed the bottom plate, we've sealed the top plate, and we've sealed all around every single stud bay to make sure that there's not any airflow going from the inside of the house to the outside of the house. So what you're seeing there is the Icynene insulation that is blown in on the underside of our floor sheathing for the garage. They blew all this in about half a day. They came in through here with guns and they just basically sprayed every single bay. Basically what we have in this situation is we have a unconditioned space, the garage, directly below a conditioned space. So when the south-facing sun beats on the front of our garage over in the summertime, all that heat in the garage, it has nowhere to go but up. In most cases, a lot of that heat will transfer from the garage into the living spaces above the home. But with this open cell insulation that we've blown in here, we have a very tight seal, so we're not going to have any air infiltration in the summertime or in the wintertime or any time of the year from the garage going up into the living space directly above us. Another nice aspect of this Icynene is it is very good for sound attenuation, and so you're not going to hear the garage door opening from the bedrooms up directly above us.
We're utilizing actually 3 different types of insulation in the garage. You'll notice that we have cellulose here, which is a recycled paper product with boric acid, which is blown in. You can see how tight the cavity is filled. This ensures the fact that that we're maximizing the R value in the wall. At the same time, there was part of the advanced foam package, or advanced air sealing package, was beads of foam, low expansive foam going around the entire perimeter of it. So that's initial, and then on top of that is a cellulose. And obviously in the ceiling here, you'll notice a blown-in foam product. The name of the manufacturer is Icynene, and the significance of that is that not only does it create a moisture but also an air barrier and a total fill. You'll notice each one of the cavities are totally filled with insulation. This ensures the fact that, one, there'll be no moisture transfer from the garage into the living space above. At the same time, no air infiltration. One of the big aspects also are the acoustic aspects of it. You want to be quiet inside the envelope. As we move into the house, you'll notice that all the interior walls have batt insulation, which will further dampen the sounds as it's transferred from room to room.
Here at Signature Custom Homes, we protect all of our houses with BlackRock security. Every one of our homes has an alarm panel that we put in the house along with a siren, and this is during construction. What we do every night, we set the alarm. And when the alarm is set, it basically activates all 4 of our cameras throughout the house. And I'll take you over here and I'll show you what the cameras and the motion sensors look like. This right here is our camera with the motion sensor on it. So once we set the alarm at night, if anyone enters the house, it will take a 10-second video clip of whoever's entering the house, and it will upload that to a monitoring station. The monitoring station can then see what the disturbance is, and if it's an intruder or a burglar, they can dispatch the police or a security service, to come out and inspect the house to make sure that nothing's going on. If they notice that it happens to be a dog walking through the property, they know that it's a false alarm, and they can disregard the alarm. So it gives us a very easy way to monitor what's happening on our construction sites, and a very inexpensive way for our homeowners to know that they are fully protected during construction from the theft perspective. We do have quite a bit of copper theft here in Las Vegas, and we have found that these alarms are 100% effective against copper theft in our homes.
Our responsibility is basically to go through the entire USGBC LEED for Home rating system, working directly with the clients to not only bring them in line with our rating system, working directly with their design and their design team. USGBC set out actually about 10 years ago in putting together a residential checklist. As one of the providers, as I mentioned, I work directly with the development team, with the homeowners, taking them through not only checklist and all the interpretation of the checklist, as well as collecting and verifying all the documentation as we move forward to complete the house.